Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we're digging into something maybe surprisingly specific from home improvement.
Yeah, it's based on a recent source, a blog post, actually.
Right, and it's all about racks,
Mhm.
storage racks, and this question of whether they should have wheels or not.
Exactly. The source is called Notes on Home Improvement, Part 89, The Wheeled Rack Dilemma of Stability versus Mobility. Came out just June 7th, 2025.
Okay.
And our goal here is really to get into that core conflict the author finds. You want mobility, but you also need stability. How do you balance those?
Let's start with why wheels seem like a good idea in the first place, according to this note.
Well, the author mentions seeing some rather affordable wheels
Ah,
and thinking they'd be, suitable. Especially, it seems, for wooden racks they're considering.
right, and the big plus.
Mobility, simple as that.
Yeah.
Being able to just, roll the rack around easily.
Yeah, I can see that. Like for cleaning. That's always the pain point with heavy furniture.
Exactly. The author flags that specifically. Just roll it out, clean behind it, roll it back. That convenience factor is definitely strong.
But, okay, there's always a but, isn't there?
Yeah, usually. And that's where the dilemma, as the title says, really kicks in.
So what's the downside the author sees?
The main issue highlighted is, well, long-term instability. Adding wheels might make it easy to move, sure, but does it, compromise the rack's basic job of just standing still and holding stuff securely?
Yeah, so the convenience potentially messes with the core function. Stability.
That's the worry.
Does the author talk about any fixes, ways around that?
They do, yeah. The note brings up considering lockable wheels, which makes sense.
Ah, okay. So you can roll it when you want and then lock it down.
Precisely. You get the movement, but then hopefully regain some of that needed stability when it's parked.
Seems like a reasonable compromise.
Yeah.
But it sounds like the author hasn't quite landed on a final decision yet.
No, not quite. The source says they're still evaluating various rack designs. It's not just the wheels either.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What else is part of the puzzle?
Well, finding the right material is a big one. They mention wood or metal.
Okay.
And crucially, finding it at an affordable price. That seems to be a major hurdle. So this whole wheel question is kind of tangled up with the bigger picture of materials and cost.
This specific little home improvement problem,
Yeah.
it feels quite relatable, actually.
How so?
Right. Even if you're not building a rack right now, this balancing act the author's doing, it pops up everywhere. You want something convenient, maybe flexible like mobility, but you also need it to be functional or safe or stable, right? And then there's always the budget constraint, just like the author trying to find affordable wood or metal.
That's a great point. It really is a snapshot of those everyday trade-offs. The note shows wheels aren't just some simple add-on feature.
Right.
They introduce this fundamental tension. And yeah, lockable wheels might be a middle ground, but the whole thing is still tied into that search for the right stuff at the right price.
So listening to this breakdown from the source, it makes you think, doesn't it? How many little decisions in your own life involve that same kind of balancing act? That desire for, convenience or maybe flexibility versus the need for something solid, something stable for the long haul. Yeah. Especially when things like cost or finding the right materials, whatever they might be, get in the way. Something to chew on.